Hello everybody! So today we're going to talk about two different categories of dance that are practiced a great deal in France. The first one is often associated with aesthetic, rigor, and discipline. This is classical dance, or ballet. And the second one is synonymous with liberty, viewed as unusual and rather linked to emotions. This is contemporary dance. The birth of ballet, a European cultural phenomenon. From an etymological standpoint, the word ballet derives from the Italian word balletto, which is a diminutive of ballo that means ball. This term appeared for the first time in the 15th century. This refers to choreographic forms performed at balls, to musical backgrounds alternating a binary and a ternary rhythm. This banded there with an idea of cohesion, was more about group dances, often circle dances or couple dances. Very quickly, a narrative plot was added. The ballet was really synonymous with recreational opportunities, celebrations, performances, whether in the city or the court. It is also the revitalization of ancient theatre meeting different forms of art, singing, music, poetry, and dance, and dramaturgy. Then, the ballet de cour, court ballet, developed, which was used by the monarchy and reached its high point during the reign of Louis XIV. He used it in particular as a means of political propaganda, by himself playing lead roles until 1670. But after he retired, there was a gradual disinterest in court ballet. The form of ballet we know today only appeared after the 19th century, with the creation of l'Académie Royale de Danse, the Royal Academy of Dance, in 1661, which became later l'Opéra National de Paris, Paris Opera Ballet. Also, in the 19th century, the long-standing cliché about dancers wearing tutus appeared, especially through the paintings and sculptures of Edgar Degas and Auguste Renoir. Contemporary dance. Contemporary dance is often described as confusing, disturbing, and singular, and is hard to grasp both choreographically and even just because of its name as contemporary is a very broad term. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, contemporary means something marked by characteristics of the present period happening or beginning now in recent times. Contemporary dance appeared after the World War II and comes from the modern dance developed in the early 20th century, especially by the American dancers Isadora Duncan and Ruth Saint-Denis, then the German dancers Rudolf Laban and Mary Wigman. Modern dance, such as contemporary dance, are partly characterized by listening to the body and the body's liberation. Also, modern dance was born in a climate of feminist revolution where wearing a corset was contested, which testified to the return to the search for liberation of the body. A quote from Ruth Saint-Denis well represented this state of mind.
I see dance being used as communication between body and soul to express what is too deep to find for words.
Indeed, modern, especially contemporary dance, make a break with classical codes. Their normal measurements or typical morphology, no more skin colors preferences. People can dance barefoot, in jeans, or just a shirt, in high heels, and so on. This is really different from the tights, tutus, and leotard worn in classical ballet. Contemporary dance gained a foothold in France about the late 60s, thanks to the dancer and choreographer Maurice Béjart, among others, for example with the Bolero to Ravel's music in 1961 by the Ballet du XXe siècle, 20th century ballet he founded in 1957. Education. In the aftermath of the Second World War, le gouvernement provisoire, the provisional government, wished to reform schools in terms of reorganization of classes and work, and wanted more artistic activities such as music, touring, handicrafts, and also physical education. However, it was only in 1967 that dance was officially introduced in education, the aim being to allow free expression in school, to develop children's curiosity, and to bring together body and mind that had hitherto been seen individually. And since the 1980s, dance and other forms of expression have gradually become part of school curricula at all levels, from kindergarten, with dance game, mimes, to high school. And yet, despite its inclusion in curricula, teachers were not obliged to organize expressive activities as this was left to their own choice, which has not been the case since the 21st century. So now, don't sulk anymore when your child or your little sister or brother asks you to come to their school show. It's for their healthy development.